Hello, I'm Adam, and this is Keyword Grid. Keyword Grid is an SEO tool that uses the same technology that search engines use, such as word vectorization and natural language processing, to give you much more accurate and powerful insights into your SEO. Let's jump right in and have a look at what it can do. I've just Googled best project management software, and this is the page that comes up. So I'm going to enter it into our keyword analysis tool and put in our target keyword and see if we can figure out why it's coming up at number 1. As you can see, it's getting pretty high relevance and keyword strength scores. And these are pretty strong indications as to why it's coming up at the top of Google. But we'll jump into that later. Right now, I want to give you an overview of all of the different tools on this page. Over here is the link strength, and this is the overall link strength of the page. Over here is the relevance, and this measures the overall relevance of the page. If you've ever been told to increase the semantic relevance of your content, well, that's exactly what this measures. And over here is the keyword strength. Now, it's not about getting perfect scores or something like that. These dials are very much like a compass, and they tell you the general direction that you're heading. But the tools down the bottom here are much more powerful, and they are very much like the DNA of your on-page SEO. So let's dive a little deeper and see if we can find out why this page is coming up at number 1 in Google. In the single words, we can see that project management software are among the strongest single words on the page. We can see how many times they occur on the page, and we can see all of the HTML elements that they appear in, their density and their prominence, and their overall strength and their relevance scores. We can see that project management software and best project are among the strongest 2-word phrases, and we can see their strength and relevance scores. In the 3-word phrases, we can see that project management software and best project management are the strongest 3-word phrases. And in the 4-word phrases, we can see something really interesting. Our target keyword, best project management software, is the strongest 4-word phrase. We can see how many times it appears in the page, its HTML placements, its prominence, its strength, and its relevance. These are all very strong indications as to why this page is coming up number 1 in Google. But there's an extra useful tool on this page, and let's have a quick look. It picks up the entities that are recognized by natural language processing models, and it also picks up their HTML placements and how strong they are on the page. And down at the bottom, we have the document's overall relevance score. And here we have something really interesting. We have the categories that NLP models are associating with your target keyword. This is super useful because you can make sure that the categories that your search engine is associating with your target keyword is aligned with the categories that it's associating with your page. We also have the option to view the raw text, and this is the raw text that search engines use to understand your content. You can view the schema markup on any page. This is super useful for cases where you want to view the schema markup of top ranking pages. And we have an X-ray button, and this highlights the strongest keywords on any page. And this is useful for cases where you accidentally might have the wrong keywords are the strongest keywords on your page. Let's have a quick look at our semantic keywords tool. I'm just going to put in my target keyword and hit search. Okay, this has picked up all of the related words and phrases and terms associated with our target keyword. And is it about getting all of these words on your page? Not at all. It's very much more about accuracy and finding out how relevant the different words and phrases are to your target keyword. For example, over at the top here, we can see that our target keyword, best project management software, gets a relevance score of 1000. And that's very much like 100%. And just below it, we can see that top project management software gets a relevance score of 958, but that only gets 340 searches per month. So in this case, we might want to optimize or use the phrase best project management software more and not really worry about using top project management software on our page. Over at the single word keywords, we can get some really interesting information. We can get the exact relevance scores of the single word keywords. And in this case, we can see that software gets a relevance score of 529, but management gets a relevance score of 438. So in this case, we might want to optimize our single word keywords so that software is the strongest single word keyword on the page. The 2 and 3 word phrases are really useful. For example, if you are focusing on using phrases like small business software, agile project management, or team collaboration software, where they're getting lower scores like 600 or 500, but the terms at the top like project management software, best project management, project planning software, and so on are getting scores of like 800 and 900, then you might want to focus on using those stronger and more relevant phrases on your page. Let's have a quick look at our keyword optimizer tool. I'm going to enter a URL because I want to optimize an existing page, and then I'm going to hit Open Keyword Optimizer. Okay, over on the left, we can see that we've picked up all of the keywords on our page and their data, which is updated live. And over on the right, we can see that it's automatically picked up our page's content. At the top here, we can see that we have our search snippet, and we also have a section where we can enter some target keywords. I'm going to enter in my primary target keyword, followed by a few semantic keywords. I'm going to click Check Relevance to get our relevance scores. Now that's returned a really high relevance score, and the reason is that it's correctly recognized this page, which is the Nike Inc. Wikipedia page, as very closely related to my target keyword. Down at the bottom of the page, we have all of the URLs, which have been automatically detected in the content, and we have the entities, which are automatically detected in our content and updated live. This is a really powerful tool, and it's really going to help you do SEO in a way that's much more detailed and accurate, and it's really going to up your SEO game. And that's it. I hope to see you in there.